Brooke. I helped with editing, interviews, and research, and I'm from America.
Hi, I'm Payton, and I helped with editing and interviews, and I'm from America.
Konnichiwa. My name is Yuto, and I've helped with editing and research, interviews. I'm from Japan.
Hi, I'm Maddi. I helped with interviews, editing, and research, and I'm from America.
Hello, my name is Walter. I did editing, camera, and interviews, and I'm from Austria.
Hi, my name is Sophia, and for this project I contributed to the editing, research, and interview process, and I'm from America.
Okay, my question was, what observations can you make about your topic as it relates to the U.S. culture? Our topic was, what should international students know before coming to America? In our readings, we've learned about many commonalities and differences between student behavior in the classroom, as well as in other aspects of society. So when we asked other Drake students this question, one major observation we could make was that there was an awareness of the students that our culture in the U.S. differs greatly from those in other countries.
I think it's really helpful if international students try their hardest to get involved on campus so they can join all of the extracurricular activities or just try to get to know more people and learn more about the culture.
You get involved in stuff, but not overly involved because it's already a big change from home, so you want to make sure that you're comfortable. Don't be afraid to step outside your cultural bubble, I would say, like meet other people, not just other exchange students.
Do you have many international students in your classes?
Yes, I do. In my Arabic class, we have several international students.
Do you see any commonalities between the U.S. students and the international students?
Well, I mean, we're all here to learn, and we're all here to, I guess, improve ourselves as students. So we definitely have that in common. And I haven't really gotten a chance to get to know them very well yet, but throughout the semester, hopefully throughout the year, I'll get to know them better.
Are you seeing any major differences between the U.S. students and the international students?
The international students, I mean, they're picking up the language definitely a lot easier because they already know Arabic, and I guess it's a special case because they're in my Arabic class, so I see that side of things. But no big differences have really jumped out at me. They seem like normal teenagers just like us.
Okay, and then do you have any advice for what an international student should know before coming to America or Drake?
I guess just like be enthusiastic about it, get yourself out there, be willing to teach other people about your culture as well as learn about the American culture. Have fun with it. Drake's a good time.
What are the commonalities and patterns of behavior unique to the U.S.?
The commonalities and patterns that are unique to the U.S. are the following. The first article that we read in class was the cultural issues in higher education, and they had mentioned CBS, which stands for clarity, brevity, and sincerity, and they were saying how the American kids always answered with this style because it's been drilled within Americans, especially like growing up and like in early education. And I think that was one main significant thing that was unique to our behavior. They also had mentioned how international students verbally contributed less, which is different than us Westerners expressing our opinions and like either in regards to like the government or other things that we can talk freely about. Because I know a lot of countries like that's not necessarily something they do or that they're comfortable with. So I think that's like a really big thing that we should tell exchange students, like to not be afraid to add and contribute to the discussion and like give their view in the classroom.
What should international students know before coming to Drake?
Bring rain boots.
I think that they should know there's a lot of like subcultures within America, and they should take some time to travel around and look at all of the different scenery and cultures that America has to offer.
Do you have any international students in your classes?
I have a couple, yes.
How well do you know them?
Pretty well. One of them lives on my floor.
Do you see any commonalities between the international and American students?
I feel like all the students work pretty hard in their classes, a lot of studying, a lot of drive.
Do you see any differences?
I feel like sometimes the American students spend more time at social events, where international students might spend a little bit more time on their schoolwork.
Okay. Last question. What do you think international students should know before coming to Drake?
Well, I know from my experiences going abroad that they should know that the custom is to shake hands here, A lot of people might not know that, and they might be a little bit taken aback when someone offers you their hand.
Okay, thank you.
How do U.S. behavior differ from other countries? What I mentioned is that the Americans are like more socialized because there's more like campus life as it would be in Austria. There are more rents and people hanging around a lot more as would do it in Austria. Americans also, like in the US, like also like seems to be much more friendlier as in Europe, because in Austria the people are more serious, and if you like say, hey, how are you, in Austria you really need to have a reason for it. Like we wouldn't say that to a person like, hey, how are you, because the person like would like think, yeah, and what do you want else? Yeah, so that would be a point there, and Americans seems also to be more open-minded. People in Austria are not really that open to new cultures, and also like we don't hug that much, I think, as the Americans would do. And in America, I don't know, because like people like clothing as they want and going to classrooms with caps. So that was interesting to see that, because I mean you can do that in some areas in Austria when you go to universities, but not everywhere. So.
My question is, how do U.S. behaviors or patterns differ from Japan? And basically, we don't speak up and like say our opinion or idea in class. And of course, it depends on the classes. Like in some class, like a teacher choose like a student and make him speak up. And in other like classes, students can get participation points by speaking up, so it makes them to do so. And in my opinion, like students in Japan like are not shy, or they're actually thinking about their opinion or idea and answers. But yeah, I think and students in Japan like seem to avoid conflict or controversial topic, and also like American students ask questions in class or like in front of other students. But yeah, in Japan, like if they have questions, they ask after class or before class, and not in front of others. So I would say, I mean, yeah, they care. Yeah, Japanese students care about others or groups more than U.S. students.
They should know how to speak English before coming to the U.S.
Iowa, we're more laid back here, kind of chill. We can get along with everybody. There's a lot of different diversities.
Okay, my question was, how does this topic reflect, connect to, or illuminate American cultural values discussed in this class? We talked about in class about the differences between international students and American students in the classroom, one of which being that American students tend to dictate the class discussion, and the international students tend to be quiet or more reserved and just sitting back and listen. And that was one of the things that one of our interviews had talked about. So I think that relates to what we have talked about in class.
They should know that there's a lot of activities they can join, and they should go to the activities fair.
They should be aware that we're very prideful in what we do, whether that be as individuals or as a school. We take pride in the school and the athletic team.
The topic was what should international students know before coming to Drake. We interviewed many American students and a few international students and found many differences within our cultures, and we thought this topic was really interesting. Thanks for watching.